lesson for the Duduk. Today I want to talk about a very, very important topic and tips and well, a lot of beginners, including me when I started many years ago, make when you play your Duduk. I want to talk about your fingering, not the fingering position, but the position when you use your each note. After you use it, how much you have to raise your finger. This is very important as you play, and you see professional player play Duduk, and you watching a concert or video close by, you can see that his fingers go up very little. They don't go up like this. Some people I've seen play like that, but that's not the proper way, because as you raise your finger all the way up, opening the hole to do the next, when song is a little bit more, when you play a faster song, you're gonna have a problem with the intervals, and then you won't be able to play and come back and do the same and continue your song or composition, whatever it is. So you want to make sure when you lift your fingers, doesn't matter your upper, lower ones, you want to lift it very little. You don't want to lift it like this. I want to show you both ways, and you're going to see the difference. So I'm going to play like, I'm going to lift it really high. So I'm going to do. Now I'm going to do it proper way. I'm going to just lift it very, very little. As you see, the difference is the timing. The timing is very important with the duduk playing and any other musical instrument playing. If you're a professional player and you want to get into if you even want to learn duduk just for pleasure and to play for guests, for yourself, you don't want to play on stage or do any professional, be a professional musician or not a professional musician. This is very important. You want to make sure your fingers go up very little, not too much. So you follow the intervals in the song, and then the sound, when you cover the hole, your finger is just open the hole, the sound, the clarity of the sound will be more, kind of a more sharp and nice. This is a tip I wanted to share with you, as I see, and I used to do the same when I started many years ago, taking a private Duduk lessons from the big name players. So this is very important to just want to raise the Duduk. So there's a simple exercise you can do. You can do like. You see, sometimes and some notes like here on the upper part, you want to go up, and maybe you want to go a little bit higher. As here, it'll be hard to keep the fingers too close, but you have to want to practice more. You want to. This is a little exercise for you to practice to make sure. I'm going to do this angle, so we're going to see with this fingers. So you want to just go on a simple scale, just try to raise your finger very little, not too much. So this will help you in the future to improve your playing technique. And then there's another second important tip I wanna share with you, and I don't see many other teachers, some teachers just skip on that part, but this is very important. When you play your duduk, your whole number 4, even if it's open, the finger needs to be, you need to cover it very little. You can't have it open all the way. Because when you open all the way, your upper, like when you go on a scale like this, your finger number 4 needs to be open, and it has to be always covered the 4th hole somehow, very little. Not to do the half a note. We'll talk about half a notes in the next lessons, but this is very important. The master, any A duduk, any A duduk made by any master is made the way that it's designed that you put your index finger on your right hand, a very little covering this hole, very little. This is all the way covered. These you produce half a note. You don't need that. You want to make sure it's covered, like in probably I would say, I don't know, 70, 80 degrees angle. Going, if you draw the straight line, if you know what I mean. So you want to do it like this. When you do the scale, when you don't cover the 4th hole, your notes from here will sound a little bit higher. This is the way the duduk design, the master made it. Because when you go you go like all fingers out, and you do, you have to hold your duduk somehow. This is why the master designed that this needs to be always on your hole number 4 in about 70 degree angle. So please remember these and practice. This will help you a lot. Sometimes I forget, sometimes I let it go too much too, but again, the upper notes can be adjusted by the lip, but this is very important. If you take this all the way up, the upper ones will go a little high. They will raise a little bit. So this is another very useful tip in the duduk playing. Practice a lot. If you have any questions, email me. I'll be happy to answer you as many questions as you have. And we'll see you on our next lessons.